Hello, everyone. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Rogue Valley in Medford, Oregon. I'm Kimberly Hawkins, Senior Minister here, and I'm so grateful you all decided to join us either on our live broadcast or watching the recording afterwards. If you're here joining us for the first time, a special warm welcome. We honor you no matter where you happen to be on your own personal spiritual journey. We are an open and affirming, loving spiritual community, and our mission is to teach spiritual tools to transform personal lives and help make a world that works for everybody. We have a very special treat today for you. Our guest speaker and musical artist, the talented Gino Walker, will be joining us shortly, and we also have our beautiful vocalist Alexa Ehrlich here in the sanctuary with us this morning, who will now offer our opening song. I invite you to stand up and sing with her. Alexa?
Now I love 'cause I want to. I love because I am free. Blinded by the Spirit, oh Lord. Spirit of God is upon me. Singing now, whoa. Spirit of God is upon me, yeah, yeah, whoa. Spirit of God is upon me, whoa. Spirit of God, yes, Spirit of God is upon me.
Alexa, you rock. Thank you so much. I'm feeling it. So in that Spirit of God, let us go into an opening prayer. I invite you to just take a collective deep breath and go within for a moment. I love to invite us to lean in to the metaphorical arms of the divine as we lean in. That beautiful power right within us leads and guides and whispers to us all that we need to know. I know this power, this presence as infinite love, grace, beauty, exquisite divine order. That creative principle that set the stars and the planets in the heavens and created our amazing human bodies that work so beautifully without our conscious effort. And I know that this presence, this power, not only is in all creation, but is right within me, right here, right now. We are made of God's stuff. There is nothing else to be made from. And I know that because of that, we are one. Each being across the planet, we are spiritual siblings, if you will. And so this morning, as we come together virtually, I affirm that we are uplifted and we're reminded of the truth of our oneness, of our spiritual sibling reality, that there is only one presence, one power uniting us all, and that we are here, each of us, to express that which God is, love, harmony, peace. That is our birthright. That is our call. And so I pray that each of us is uplifted, that each of us hears something we needed to hear this morning, to take in, to drink in, so that we might be centered and grounded in the truth of our being. Blessing each one watching, blessing each being across the planet. In oneness, I release this word, knowing in gratitude that it is heard and answered, and we say together, and so it is. Amen. This week, as most of you know, we lost two great icons of the civil rights movement. Congressman John Lewis, who was a representative from Georgia, and Reverend C.T. Vivian, who worked very closely with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And so for our reading this morning, I've chosen to read some quotes from John Lewis, who was committed to nonviolent civil disobedience. He became a civil rights activist right out of school, arrested for the first time in the fall of 1960, became the representative from Georgia in 1986 and did serve in that capacity for the rest of his life for 24 years. So here's some of the beautiful writings from speeches, actually, and books from Representative John Lewis. The civil rights movement was based on faith. Many of us who were participants in this movement saw our involvement as an extension of our faith. We saw ourselves doing the work of the Almighty. Segregation and racial discrimination were not in keeping with our faith, so we had to do something. Rosa Parks inspired me to find a way to get in the way, to get in trouble. Good trouble, necessary trouble. There's nothing wrong with a little agitation for what's right and what's fair. Lewis often spoke about never giving up. He was optimistic about our future. He said, now we have black and white elected officials working together. Today we've gone beyond just passing laws. Now we have to create a sense that we are one community, one family. Really, we are the American family. He said, there may be some difficulties, some interruptions, but as a nation and as a people, we're going to build a truly multiracial, democratic society that maybe can emerge as a model for the rest of the world. That would be my prayer as well. Not one of us can rest, he said. Be happy, be at home, be at peace with ourselves until we end hatred and division. And finally, I love this little gem. John Lewis said, we must be headlights, not taillights. Rest in power, Representative John Lewis, Reverend C.T. Vivian. May we also be headlights and be inspired by your works. So it is. Any of you who have been around our community for the last couple years have heard and fell in love with Gino Walker. Gino is an amazing, inspirational being, both a vocalist and talented musician and an inspirational speaker. Gino grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, where she was around all kinds of music as a child, blues, gospel, jazz, started singing at a very young age. And you'll notice, if you're not familiar with her, that she has a voice that can belt out a melody or soothe a baby with a lullaby into deep sleep. She has performed at many local clubs in Los Angeles, moved to Las Vegas for a while and performed at clubs doing shows at the Flamingo, the Stardust, the Mirage, the Imperial Palace. She entertained troops in Europe, said that was a great honor. But at some point, she felt the call to share her gifts in spiritual community. At that point, she joined Agape International Choir in Los Angeles under the direction of Ricky Byers-Beckwith and took many classes, including practitioner classes, in our Science of Mind philosophy from Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith. So she is steeped in our philosophy and lives it, I must say. Gino has entertained with the likes of Ray Charles, the Drifters and Ike Turner, Mary Wilson, and so many others. She is currently the musical director at Universal Spirit Center in San Diego with Reverend Kevin Busey. And finally, Gino's mission. It's my mission, she says, to lift and shift the light of consciousness all over the world through inspired song and word, to joyfully live my journey. And I must say, she is living that mission. So without further ado, I give you via videotape the illustrious, wonderful, loving presence of Gino Walker with her message, Total Freedom.
To this divine opportunity to open your mind, open your soul, open your spirit, open your heart. open to all that is, loving you right now. My mind is opening, opening. My mind is opening, opening. I am opening. My heart is opening, opening. My heart is opening, opening. I am opening. The freedom of life that is within each and every one of us is opening right here and now, and we are that divine reflection. My life is opening, opening. My life is opening, opening. I am opening. My mind is opening, opening. My mind is opening, opening. I am opening. Freedom is calling you to open up every part of your being, to recognize that in this divine opening, it is you opening up to the greater you. My soul is opening, opening. My soul is opening, opening. I am opening, morning, Rogue Valley. How is everybody? It is such a joy to be here with each and every one of you. Thank you so much, Reverend Kimberly, for inviting me back and to be with you in this way. I am knowing that for each of you, your family and your friends, that you are surrounded in divine love, well-being, and health. Continuous health. As we are being cracked open, we are being open at a level of consciousness that we must wake up. We either wake up or we move along. You see, total freedom has a new meaning, has a new understanding that's being called forth right now for all of us. This entire world is expanding to a new consciousness, a new level of beingness. The oneness that is coming forth isn't a oneness of sameness, but it is a oneness of appreciation for our differences. It is a oneness of understanding that I am you and you are me. That is a glorious expression of spirit. I am the divine within you, just like you are the divine within me. There is only one. This freedom that is calling us is not a freedom outside. It is a freedom within our minds to explore and to expand what and who we know ourselves to be. This is a new day. It is a new awareness and a new awakening. With everything that's going on, this is a time for us to go deeper within. I know a lot of people like, I've spent enough time on my own. I don't need it. I don't want it. But we do need to go deeper because the call is for us to go deeper, to get to a level of understanding that we've never been to before, to walk in a space that we don't even know exists, but it does, and to speak a language that we've never spoken before. The unknown is everywhere, and it is this divine time that we get the opportunity. You and I believe we said yes to being here at this time. We said, I come and volunteer to move human life to a whole new level of beingness. This picture that projects total freedom, it is a beautiful sea of people, a beautiful sea of divine beings that a lot of us have come to the understanding that we can't move forward as a world without moving through this. This being racism and prejudice and bigotry that has been holding us back. It has kept us all prisoners. And some black lives it has imprisoned and physically beaten for years. And we got to be all right with hearing it. Because in order for us all to move forward, we got to get a little uncomfortable. You see, when you think about freedom, the old school of freedom was that you had to go take it from someone. You had to acquire this freedom, be it by by fighting, robbing, stealing, killing, but you had to take this freedom. I believe the freedom that we are faced with today is the freedom of recognizing the divine power that is within us, and we must free our minds. We must free our minds from the old chains and the old way of thinking, and recognize that this freedom that we are giving birth to, it will leave no one behind. You will lose nothing. We all will gain a greater sense of what life is and who and what we are. This freedom is beckoning to each and every one. And it doesn't have to be done all in the same way. See, everyone has their call. Everyone hears their voice. And those of us that try to block it, you see it all around you. Because this is the divine time. This is a time in history that there's been none like. And we are all sitting at the table. We're sitting at the table of infinite possibilities. We're sitting at the table of what could possibly be. Now, I don't know how much I'll see before I make my next journey, but I do know this, that while I am here, while you are here, it is my God-given duty to seek what freedom is for me. I believe it is in freeing my mind. And that's more than just a gesture. That's digging the cobwebs of the old way of thinking about myself and others. That's looking out and seeing the divine principle of God working in and through everything, and knowing that I don't have to have all the answers right now. I can sit here in the unknown. I can be in this cradle of I don't know and not freak out. I can love even when hate is trying to show that it is the kingdom of the heaven, but it is not. It is merely an illusion. There is so much love on this planet. There is so much love that shines forth from the sun. There is so much love that every star shines on each and every one of us. We can never run out of love. Now we can turn our faucet off. And that's what a lot of us have done. And for many years, we turned the faucet off. And we made justifications, and we made ourselves feel that this is right. But love started spouting through the faucet. Love is like that crack of grass that come up through the sidewalk. Through all that cement, the grass still comes up. This is us right now coming up out of the abyss of old thinking, out of the abyss of lack and limitation, out of the abyss of there's not enough. That somebody has to be a minority in order for somebody to be a majority. No more of that thinking. We are all God's children. It doesn't mean you're going to like everybody. But the love that is bursting forth is the love of spirit. It is the love of God, saying that your freedom is not out there. Freedom is within you. Open up your soul and let it shine through. The time that it has taken us to be bitter and to have hatred roaming along our lands. The world said, I need a break. And COVID-19 said, hello. How amazing is it that we would have a virus that would shut the world down. Shut the world down. You couldn't run from it. I don't care how much money you have. You couldn't hide from it, no matter how many places you could go and hide. Everywhere on this planet we call Earth, COVID-19. I just was in awe at how Spirit works. Because this is something that even the person that doesn't believe in anything had to start to say, well, wait a minute. This is affecting everyone. Everyone. Everywhere. And it is the same thing that hatred has done. It has affected, it has infected everyone, everywhere. And we are cleansing. We're cleansing our mind, our spirit, our eyes. We're cleansing our body. And so the chaos that's coming up, the chaos is coming up because there is a great urgency for living life at a higher level and a higher frequency that's right there, that we can almost touch it. Sometimes you can almost see it, but we still got work to do. That's you and me. We still have work to do to unleash these old chains and shackles that have kept us separated. One of the things that has touched me so as Black Lives has unfolded, I was walking through the neighborhood here in San Diego, my new home, San Diego, California. And I was walking through the neighborhood, and you see people with signs, Black Lives Matter here, Black Lives Matter there. And there was a woman that had in her bay window, it was a full window, and she had, when George Floyd cried out, "Mama," he was calling for all mamas. See, there is no separation. We are having this divine dance to recognize that the eye of me is the eye of you. And that if one is hurt, we are all hurt. If one is killed, we are all killed. If one does not have freedom, then none of us have freedom. Because it still would mean that we are trapped in our minds and in our soul. So I shine this on you today. I'm shining it on you. I shine on the possibility of making a choice today. Of making a choice. If it's to learn more about people you don't know, make the choice to do that. If it's to be kinder to people you don't know, make the choice. If it's to recognize that the love you are seeking you have not been giving yourself, make the choice. I understand. I understand. It's not an overnight thing. There's no overnight thing. We didn't get here overnight. But I want you to believe that hope is right here. That infinite possibility is right here. And that the solution is right here. Total freedom. Free your mind. And the rest will follow. We can do this. Because if we don't, it's on us. It's not about what we leave for the kids. It's not about that anymore. It's about how we heal and move forward. It's about how we show the kids, how we show our younger people, because they're showing us right now. They're showing us that we hear you, we are hurting, we want to participate, we believe in love, we believe in life. We believe that freedom should be for all, that freedom is for all. And this freedom that we are seeking, that we are trying to understand, that we are embracing, it is within your spirit, it's within your heart, it's within your thinking. It's within the very words that you speak. So just take your hand right now. Just take your hand and put it over your heart. Put it over your heart. And know that you are opening your heart space. You may have family that disagree with you, or you may disagree. But this is an opportunity to just take your hand and put it over your heart. And as you feel it beating, you know that you're beating the presence of spirit, that there's a life force, that there's only one power and one presence, no matter what you call it, that's beating in and through each and every person, and that connects us whether we realize it or not. We are already connected, and in that heart space, there's a healing taking place. There is a pulse. There is an energy that's pulsating right now through this universe. And if you get quiet enough, you can feel it in your spirit. And it will remind you and awaken you to know that all will be well, that this is an opportunity to rise up, not be afraid. This is an opportunity to step forward, not step back. And this is an opportunity to love yourself unconditionally. Just feel that in your heart. Feel it. And in that, you know what is yours to do. You'll hear it. Maybe when you wake up in the morning, a thought will come in, or you'll get a phone call, but you'll know. So from my heart to your heart, I am connected with you, and you are connected with me. And I know the freedom that we are seeking, searching, and wanting, it's in this heart. And as we unlock each lever and allow love to flow more freely, we will hear the call. We will hear the energy, the pulsating energy. What is yours to do? I love you all very dearly. And know that I am holding you in my heart. And I am knowing that this journey, my brothers and sisters, we are doing this journey together. When George Floyd called for his mama, he called for all mamas. I call for all my brothers and sisters. Rise up, stand up for the love that is the truth of me, and it is the truth of you. I thank you so very much. I bless you. I love you. I miss you. I look forward to the next time that I can be one-on-one in person. And that's a big hug and a kiss for each and every one of you. May your heart, may your soul, and may your spirit stand and dance in the light of joy always. Peace and blessings. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. day I awoke with a passion in my heart, a feeling of longing, a thirst so strong. I want to be better, an opening for God to make me stronger. My prayer today is for courage to be where the Holy Spirit intends for me. I want to be better, an opening for God to make me stronger. Me patient when I worry, make me calm when there is strife, make me loving when my heart is hard, make me forgiving when I would be right, make me forgiving. My prayer today is for courage to be where the Holy Spirit intends for me. I want to be better, an opening for God to make me stronger. Stronger to reveal more peace. I must be patient to reveal more love. I must be humble to reveal more power. Make me stronger to reveal more peace, more love, more joy, more joy. I want to be better, an opening for God to make me stronger. This is my prayer today. Yes.
Gino Walker, you are indeed an opening for God. And you make us all stronger by your inspirational words and music about freedom, freedom for all of us. Thank you so very much. And we too look forward to the time when we can be together in person. But what a wonderful chance to have you with us via the marvels of technology and videotape. It's the time in our service now where we talk about another spiritual practice, that of sacred giving. This is the practice where we're called to be conscious of all the good that comes into our lives and to consciously and purposely intend to give back to those places where we're spiritually fed. So I want to encourage you, if you're able, to do just that to our Center for Spiritual Living, Rogue Valley. There are many ways to do that. You can simply mail us a check to P.O. Box 1458, Medford, Oregon, 97501. Go to our website, www.cslroguevalley.org, and hit the donate button. Or you can call 800-675-7430. And I forgot our affirmation, so let's just say that together, because this is indeed a rich spiritual practice. So if you'll place your hands over your heart with me, and let's just say or think together, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. As the Bible tells us, that happens pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And so it is. Amen. Thank you for your support. As we wrap up, just a few announcements. We continue to have our daily morning spiritual practice calls. There is now a new link, which is in our newsletter, which came out on Wednesday. So if you'd like to get our newsletter and do not currently receive it, you can sign up for our email on our Facebook page, and we'd be glad to add you to keep you abreast of what's going on. I also want to let you know, for those who watched the live broadcast in Bear Creek Park last week, we did have some internet problems. At about 37 seconds in, we lost our internet, but our amazing, dedicated videographer, producer, editor, Bill Miner, has put together the whole service, edited it together. So if you missed the last half, you can watch it, either live, recorded on YouTube or on our Facebook page, Center for Spiritual Living, Rogue Valley. And this, too, will be posted on YouTube within the next couple days. So I think that's all our announcements for now. If you're in our community, we will be having very shortly, our board is putting together a Zoom call, a town hall community meeting. So look for word about that in our next newsletter as well. So thank you. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you to the beautiful Gino Walker. And I'm going to, one last time, let Alexa Ehrlich sing us out with her closing song in her beautiful voice. Alexa.
Spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of Spirit on earth, and who is a blessing to the world, is a blessing to the world, is a blessing to the world.
Thank you, Alexa, for that beautiful reminder that we are each the hands, the voice, the Spirit on earth. Each of us is indeed a blessing to the world. So bless each one of you, my friends. And in the words of John Lewis, let's remember that we need to be headlights, not taillights. Each of us can shine the light of truth and vision so we truly create a nation and a world where all are free, a world that works for everyone. We can do this. Thank you all. Bless you until we meet again. Namaste.